Hello everybody. Today we'll be looking at a table taken from IELTS Practice Tests Plus 3, Margaret Matthews, Kathy Salisbury, Pearson Education Limited, page number 29. So let's look at this task in detail. The table below shows the results of surveys in 2000, 2005, and 2010 about one university. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So we have the percentage of students giving good ratings for different aspects of a university. And we have several categories here: teaching quality, print resources, electronic resources, range of modules offered, buildings, teaching facilities. And we have 3 specific years: 2000, 2005, and 2010. So first we need to look at the introduction paragraph. So the table, right? So it's the table, so be very specific. Compares and contrasts. Compare means that we need to focus on something similar. Contrast means that we need to focus on something different. The percentages of students giving positive feedback, because percentage of students giving good ratings. Good ratings basically means giving positive feedback on various aspects. Various means different aspects, right, of a university and you need to be more specific in 2000, 2005, and 2010. So paraphrase the task prompt showing the main features. All right, now let's focus on the next paragraph, where we need to focus on general trends and we are not meant to show any percentages. So overall, which means generally speaking, while you use the word while when you want to show a contrast, you want to show the difference between the highest percentage and the lowest percentage. So while print resources, okay, received the highest ranking across all the years shown. So if you look at print resources, it's obvious that the figures here are the highest, and therefore I wrote plus plus. And the range of modules offered, okay, range of modules offered were the least favored. So favorite basically means favorite, something that you like, something that you prefer. And so here, favored, less favored, the least favored. So show this contrast, show the difference between the highest percentages and the lowest percentages. So focus only on the trends with the highest and lowest percentages without showing the percentages at all. So this is our strategy. Next. In the next paragraph, we need to be more specific. So more specifically, the vast majority of the students surveyed felt that print resources were easily accessible. Now, the vast majority of, that means most students. Instead of writing most students, you can just write the vast majority of. And we need to use the definite article the here, because we know that we're talking about the specific students who participated in this survey. Okay, and instead of writing thought that, it's better to write felt that. It's more academic. That print resources were easily accessible. Okay, and then with the figures ranging from 87% to 89% from 2000 to 2010. So focus on the highest percentages, right? And then show the range, show the lowest percentage here and then the highest percentage here. So focus on the item with the highest percentages in the table. So that's our strategy. Next, by contrast. So when you use the word by contrast, you want to show the opposite situation. You want to show the smallest percentages or the lowest percentages. This students found the range of modules offered to be the least satisfactory of all the aspects at the university. So if you look at the range of modules offered, right, we can see that that the percentages were the lowest, and that's why you use the phrase find. So you find something to be interesting, which means you think that something is interesting, or you find something to be boring, for example. That means you believe that something is boring. So satisfactory, less satisfactory, and the least satisfactory. We need to use the superlative form here. Next, the figure for this category decreased from 32% in 2000 to 27% in 2010. So if you look at this percentage, right, we see that there was a decrease, 32, 30, 27, okay? So you must show this decrease. So our strategy is to focus on the aspect with the lowest percentages and show how they changed over the period given. Next. Thus, that means therefore, okay, the students were almost 3 times as satisfied with the print resources as with the range of modules offered. So, okay, if you look at the percentages, right, we can see a 3-fold increase here, okay, and therefore you should say 3 times as satisfied as. So our strategy is to compare the category with the highest percentages with a category with the lowest percentages and show the difference between them. Next. The high ranking of buildings and teaching facilities remained unchanged at 77% across the years given. Now, if you look at buildings, teaching facilities, this percentage is pretty high compared with the percentages in the other categories, and you can see that the percentage was the same, right? Because 77, 77, and 77. The expression across the years given, that basically means in all the years given. So you can use this phrase here. So we need to find the category with the percentages which did not change over the period given. Next. The popularity of electronic resources almost doubled over the period, climbing from 45% at the beginning of the period to just under 90% at the end of the period. Okay, so here we're looking at electronic resources. Look at this, we have 45 and 88. So 45 plus 45 is 90, but it's not 90, it's 88. And that's why I wrote almost doubled. The expression over the period means during the period. And here you need to be more specific, climbing from, which means increasing from, okay, and then 45 to just under. The expression just under means a little less than or slightly less than. Okay, so find the category with the percentage increasing significantly over the period given. Okay, so this is our strategy. And that's all. That's the end of this video lesson. I hope you have learned how to describe a graph and how to compare and contrast figures. Thank you very much for watching this video lesson.